afternoon, folks. Big Bo with RVs with Big Bo at Parkway RV Center. Got another nice fifth wheel we're going to review today. This is a 2019, a little bit later model, the one I've been shooting lately. Mesa Ridge by Highland RV. And guys, Highland RV, a lot of y'all may not know this, is actually a subsidiary of Jayco. So very well built, lightweight camper. This is 33 feet 8 inches long, 3 slide outs. It does have the 4 seasons package, but it only weighs 10,000 pounds. So a lot of camper for a little bit of weight, something you can tow with a you know, a four-wheel 3/4 ton pickup truck. You don't have to have a big monster 6-wheel dually truck to tow this, and still have lots of room. Very, very popular lightweight camper. It's a rear lounge, and boy, that wind's picking up. Very, very nice one too, guys. It's got washer and dryer. It's got the automatic, it does have the auto leveling jacks, and many other features you normally see on much heavier, much larger, much more expensive fifth wheels. And let's look around it, guys, and you can see got a nice shine to it. Fiberglass cap. Like I said, 3 slide out, so lots of room on the inside. 50 amp electrical service. Does have 2 13,500 BTU ducted roof airs. Double axle. Got the 6-gallon DSI gas electric water heater. Does have the power patio awning. Got a good, I love the chrome stripe on it, guys. That's really sharp. I love that. And got a fair amount of storage. And has a lot of, doesn't have much use to it. I'll have to show you that on the other side. You got full pass-through storage. It's got an outside cooktop that's still in the box. Or the outside grill hadn't even been taken out of the box yet. Still sealed up in the box. Obviously, this thing hasn't had a lot of use on it. No delamination. You do have the dual pane frameless windows. Again, guys, 4 seasons, so this would make a great full-time unit if you were looking for something for live-in, or just a great recreational unit. It does have the very tough PVC roof system too, that doesn't chalk up or anything like that, so you don't have to worry about black streaks. And speaking of that roof, let me pause the video for a minute. Let's pop a drone up. So you see, guys, everything looks good. This is also pre-wired for solar. It does have the plug for the solar if that's something you wanted to add later on. Slide out over here. Hope you can hear me okay. That wind is blowing pretty bad. I got some storms moving in tonight. Got some outside speakers, again, good looking chrome stripe. 4 season protection, 337 RLS. Fold up steps. Pass through storage right here. So quite a bit of storage. That's just your 50 amp power cord. There is your, like I said, sealed up in the box, never used outside grill that actually attaches right here, and it does have a gas hookup as well. You do have dual propane bottles. Now, something pretty interesting about the Highland Ridge, instead of using twin 30-pound bottles, they use twin 20-pound bottles. And they got a little slide out tray that makes them easier to hook and unhook. And the logic behind that is, I know you've got a little bit lower propane capacity, but the logic behind it is, middle of the night you run out of propane, you can take this and exchange it at a number of gas stations and convenience stores nationwide, versus taking it a 30-pound bottle, which you can exchange for an empty one for a full one. You've got to take it somewhere during the day and get filled up. So, you know, most places that fill propane bottles up close pretty early. So You know, if it's like 5 or 6 o'clock at night, most of those places that fill them up are going to be closed, where you can just take that 20-pound bottle out, throw it in your truck, take it over to a gas station or any place that exchanges empty for full propane bottles and exchange them out. Empty for full, come back, and you're good to go. So, pretty interesting. I understand the logic of it, even though you do lose a little bit. I would probably, to make up for it, I just carry an extra 20-pound bottle with me. Then you're right back up to what you would have with 2 30-pound bottles, 60 pounds of propane. Problem solved. And then you still have the ability to swap it out whenever you want. Awning looks great. Let's look inside. It's got a beautiful interior. And it is a rear lounge. It's got a fireplace. It's not been a live-in unit, but it could very easily be a very nice live-in unit. If you were looking for one for that reason. I mean, it's got beautiful solid surface, really thick solid surface countertops. And it's not a huge 45-footer like a lot of my film. You know, this is ideal for a couple. You've got a sleeper sofa that does make a bed for guests. Table and chairs. So, you know, if you're a big person like me, you can adjust it and your gut's not digging into the table like it would on a table booth. A very cozy fireplace that doubles as an electric heater. You do have a nice stereo. Stereo works great. I was listening to it when I was taking pictures. You've got a Furion sound bar. Television, I'm just running on antenna right now. LED lights throughout the entire RV. Whisper quiet, ducted AC system, 15,000 BTU, as well as a 13,500 BTU kicker air in the front bedroom. Theater seating, and these are heated and massage. This unit's got a big inverter so that you can power your 18 cubic foot residential refrigerator while you're towing it down the road. This thing can hold a lot of food, guys. And what's nice about this 110 refrigerator versus an RV refrigerator is you turn this thing on in an hour, it's ready to put food in. Now, if you had an RV refrigerator, it takes one about 6 to 8 hours to get to what this one can do in about an hour 15 minutes or whatever. This island got the solid surface countertop, and it is portable. It's on wheels. You can roll it around to a different position if you want to. So a lot of food prep area and a lot of food storage area too. I mean, look at all these cabinets, little cubby storage, place to put decorations up there if you're parked somewhere. A lot of countertop space. I mean, definitely a nice fifth wheel. Double basin sink, dish dryer rack. 3-burner stovetop and oven. Doesn't look like it's hardly been used. Frigidaire, over the range of microwave. And like I said, this island gives you some additional storage. Now, these little things right here is what you can set it on to lock it into place if you want to. I've just got it freewheeling right now. So don't lean against it or you can go for a little ride. I mean, nice closet. I mean, good thick wood. It's a good quality product, guys, at least for a lightweight. Normally your lightweight fifth wheels are a little more flimsier than this. So, and I've always been impressed with Highland Ridge, guys. I mean, the open range, I'm sure many of you are familiar with those. I know for a lightweight, a lot of full-timers use those. And this is just the cousin of them, the Mesa Ridge. And like I said, there's a lot of camper for 10,000 pounds. Really is. And it's way under book. Now, for some reason, NADA on a 2019 doesn't show a 337 RLS. I don't know why. Obviously it exists, because here's one right here. I got the title in the office. It clearly shows it as a 19. The stickers on it show it as a 19, but I mean, you can look up NADA on an 18. It's $44,000 with no added options. This one's got the second AC. It's got the automatic leveling jacks. It's got a ton of options. So, I mean, I'm under book. Even if it was an 18, I'm thousands under book. So, I mean, of course, y'all know, y'all expect that from us. That's why y'all watch this channel. That's why you hit that. That's why you're a subscriber to RVs and Big Bow YouTube channel. You want the best deals, and you get the best deals. And by the way, if you're not a subscriber, what's wrong with you? Hit that subscribe button, guys. Whether you're a serious shopper for an RV or you're just curious about RVing, hit that subscribe button. Not only if you're a serious buyer, am I going to save you a ton of money when you see the one you want, because you're not going to beat the Parkway price, and plus I don't have any fees or upsells like other dealers do that can add several $1,000s to the advertised price. But even if you're just a casual shopper, just curious about RVing, I'll give you some really good advice about the different brands, about the installation factors. You want to make sure if you're going to full time in one that's well insulated 4 seasons. Maybe not as important in the South to be a 4-season model, but if you're going to go up north, or if you're going to be down in Florida or in the South during the summertime, you definitely want a 4 seasons model for the opposite, to keep the heat out, not to keep the cold out. And of course, you want to run your furnace and all that stuff to keep your plumbing in the wintertime, to keep it from freezing. Guys, a lot of people think, oh, I can save money on propane and live in my RV year round and run electric heaters. Electric heat, guys, you have to be really careful, because your electrical system in a camper is not like a sticks and bricks home. You're actually only limited to about 15 amps total. So one small to medium sized electric heater will pretty much max out your total electrical system in a camper. So if you put 2 or 3 of them, you're going to overload your electrical system. You're going to flip breakers. Possibility of shorting it out and catching it on fire. So, and I know, guys, buying propane can suck sometimes. It gets expensive. I had somebody ask me how much a year it costs to run propane in one, and I think they said they were in the Chicago area, which is a lot colder than here, mind you. So I was just approximately guessing a month, and I figured up there in extremely cold weather, figure a couple $100 a month in propane. They're in the coldest month of the winters. Of course, keep in mind, that's, what, 2 or 3 months a year? Because, guys, here's the thing. You use electric heat. Now, you can use electric heat if you just want to knock the chill off. If it's above freezing, you're fine. But when it gets below freezing, you want to turn on that propane furnace, because only the propane furnace is ducted through the enclosed underbelly, where all your plumbing, all your tanks are at, to keep those from freezing. So in other words, let's just say you stick a space heater on that island and you plug it in. It's going to keep this area pretty warm, but it's going to do absolutely nothing for your plumbing. It's going to freeze. It can potentially bust. You're going to wish you ran that furnace, that propane furnace. A lot of people don't realize this, but even if you've got an electric heat pump, which is a heat strip built into your roof air, it's not going to work when it gets below freezing, because they want you to run your furnace to keep your plumbing from freezing. They design them like that on purpose. So guys, don't be afraid to run that furnace, and I say $200 a month max. You could probably do it for a lot less if you just ran it in the evenings and just run electric heat during the day. As long as it was above freezing during the day, you're fine. And at nighttime, run your furnace. Probably wouldn't even cost you $75, $80, $90 a month on propane. Just curious, those of you that live in your RVs, what's it cost you a month in the wintertime, and what area of the country do you live in to use your propane furnace? Comment below. Just let me know. Just, and I've stayed in one, guys. I lived in a fifth wheel while I was building a house one winter, and I used my propane. But keep in mind, guys, I'm in Northwest Georgia. It doesn't get below freezing here very often. So, I mean, literally, I used $100 worth of propane through the entire winter. So, I mean, that wasn't a big deal at all. But let me know in the comments below if you're a full-timer, what you spend on propane a month, and what area of the country you live in. And just for my curiosity, and I get, for my other viewers too. But anyway, let's continue on with the tour. And by the way, guys, the furniture's perfect. I'm not hiding anything with these pillows. They just throw pillows. I guess I'm not a big fan of them, but they look pretty, I guess, to some people. No smoke or pet odors in here either. Always a plus. I mean, honestly, you'd have to buy a brand new one to get one nicer and newer than this one. 2 doors right here. And in here is your bathroom, obviously. And I mean, I didn't think it was a kitchen. I guess it could be. Sit on the toilet, cook a burger, you know. Hey, there you go. Kill two birds with one stone. I actually got a really nice shower. I like the size of this shower. For an RV shower, what is this? Probably a 5-foot shower. I mean, it's not residential size, but pretty close to it. So this is actually a pretty comfortable size shower, even for a big person like me. Got your RV toilet, which plastic or china. Hey, china. Or porcelain, whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean. Enamel. Sink. Medicine cabinet. And of course you can get to the bedroom this way. You got some storage right here. Just some little, I guess, for makeup or knick-knack storage, whatever you want to use it for. Some pretty deep storage there for towels and stuff. Got a plug in right there. Plug in here. And got a vent fan. And you do have a control panel right here, which pretty cool. You know, a lot of times you know how to do certain things, like this is actually pretty cool. You got the basic operations videos. I didn't know they were this detailed, but you can actually, you've got videos on here you can watch. You've got all your owner's manuals on here on this screen. It even tells you how to replace a Schwintech electric slide-out motor. That's pretty cool. I didn't know they were that detailed on these. And of course you can turn it up. That's actually pretty cool. I usually don't see them that detailed on these on those screens, so I don't know if this was something, maybe somebody added some videos to this, or maybe it's just that year they put more detailed how-to videos on these. But it's pretty nice that all your owner's manuals are on here too. So I mean, you don't have to worry about keeping books and keeping up with them and all that. So that's nice. Anyway, front bedroom. Now guys, of course this is good for you because I haven't got one in yet. I've got some order be here, I think Thursday or Friday. I've got another shipment of mattresses coming in, but it is missing the mattress. So unless you like the firmest mattress that man can make, which is what's in here right now, which is a wood board, I've got you. I do have a queen mattress coming for this RV, so to have a brand new queen mattress, never slept on, it'll be included with it. So don't worry about that. I just threw the bedspread on it just for look better than a bare piece of plywood. But that's the new Featherlight extra firm model. But anyway, it'll have a new queen mattress. It does have a place for a TV if you wanted to add one. It does have a little dresser on the front. Pretty roomy in here. Now, there is your kicker air conditioner. And up here is your washer and dryer combo unit. Which, you know, those things now have gotten pretty expensive. They're about $2,500 to buy and put in now. So you've already got one. So even if you don't need that, you can take that out and use the space and stick that thing on Marketplace and probably get you pretty good little bit of money for it to use. Closet in the front. Not a huge closet, but definitely will suit your hanging needs for your clothes. I mean, people don't really carry suits and dresses camping anymore, but at least keep your clothes pretty wrinkle free. Then you got some drawers underneath it. And you got a little bit of storage underneath the, well, I would say the mattress, but the bed. Most of that's your slide out mechanism, but you do have a little bit of cubby storage in there. And actually I just got the one air on because it's really not that hot, but you got a lot of airflow in here. with just leaving the bedroom air off. Like plenty of airflow. Anyway, guys, this unit, $39,900, and it's nice. I mean, you got a few little spots in here that kind of tell you that it's a used RV, like any used RV you're gonna buy. Like right here, going up the steps, you've got a little sign of wear. I mean, guys, keep in mind it is a used camper. Like right here, I guess where people have stepped on that going up the steps. And what else did I see? A few little cut marks right here where they've used this for a cutting board, this sink cover. And then, guys, that's, I mean, you gotta look, this thing's 25, 30 grand less than a brand new one. The furniture's perfect. Outside looks great. Carpet looks perfect. Everything I've touched in this camper works. You know, I put the awning out the best I could, considering the one next to it. The power awning works. That's the main thing you want to see, is that motor go in and out, even if you can't put it all the way out. As long as the motor goes in and out, you know it's good. That's the most expensive part of a power awning. If you've got, you know, if you pull it all the way out and the awning canvas is ripped, that's no big deal, guys. A couple $100 awning canvas, you and the buddy can put that on yourself. Pretty simple. Or, you know, the main thing is you want to make sure that awning goes in and out at least a couple of feet, and then you're pretty good. I mean, anything else you can fix yourself pretty inexpensively on a power awning. So even on these ones that I can't put the awning all the way out, at least as long as I know that it goes out a little bit, that comes back in a little bit, I know I'm fine. But this unit for $39,900, which is an incredible price according to what these things are bringing online, I got a great price on this, guys. It's a nice unit, not been a live-in unit, but it could be if you want it to be. I mean, my first apartment didn't seem like it had this much space. And you got the heated massaging chairs, fireplace. Of course, this is where I would sit, was back here on this couch, because you can kind of open up and see everything, and plenty of space and comfortable. And yeah, I could just sit back and take a nap here. And those are reclining theater seating too. 10,000 pounds. You don't have to have a huge truck to tow this. And if you want to know what your truck can tow, I'll put a link in the video description below to my interactive tow guide to tell you what you can tow as far as pounds. And you can push a button on the lower right hand corner that will tell you or show you every single towable camper I have, fifth wheel and travel trailer, that you can tow with your truck. And it also includes luggage, propane, water. It's got a formula it goes by, or a certain amount of weight depending on the size of the camper, or a certain percentage of the dry weight for luggage, propane, water, things like that. Anyway, I've got it for $39,900, and it's nice. Like I said, for those of you who want to buy a brand new one, why waste the money? Buy something like this, a couple of years old, or 3 or 4 years old, but it's going to save you tens of thousands of dollars. You don't have to, and unlike other RV dealerships, we don't have the fees and the upsells that add another $8,000 to $10,000 to the advertised price. I mean, it's $39,900 plus applicable sales tax. That's it. Easy, simple, done. If you need delivery service, we can arrange that very affordably. And we have financing with approved credit and down payment if you need it. We take trade-ins. And we do what's called a major systems inspection with every used RV purchase. And guys, listen very carefully to this. No dealer, no for sale by owner is going to guarantee every single little thing to work on any RV they sell. Heck, even brand new ones anymore don't guarantee every little thing to work on them. Believe it or not. We guarantee the following systems. This is how we keep our prices down, because this allows us to keep this business running with less employees, because that's all we can get in the current labor market, or at least qualified employees. And plus, you know, I don't overwork my RV techs to the point that they quit, like what happened, you know, a couple years ago. So This is what we do, guys. We guarantee the following systems and only the following systems for the asking price, which on this was $39.9. We guarantee the slide outs to work. We check those after sales, and we make sure that they close good, make sure they're in great shape, and make sure they seal good, and all that, all 3 slide outs. So we check that for you. Make sure refrigerator and freezer gets to operating temperature. We make sure that both roof air conditioners get to operating temperature. We'll make sure that plumbing systems, that's a big one. We make sure all your plumbing systems work. We'll make sure there's no plumbing leaks anywhere. If we find any, we fix it. And there's no additional charge for all this, by the way. All this is included for $39.9. We check the water heater, water pump, faucet, spigots, toilet. Make sure all that works good. Check your water heater. Make sure water heater gets hot. Make sure hot water goes everywhere it's supposed to go. We'll check your water pump again for water pressure, city water, hookups. Check the steps, check the landing legs. And all that's included for the $39.9 price. Now, what I do in my videos, guys, even though it isn't officially part of the checkout, just because it's my viewers, it's y'all, and I go through this extra mile. I mean, I run power to these things. I plug them up. You know, I do things like I pull the awnings out, at least the best I can on this one, to make sure it works, and it does, even though that's not officially part of our checkout. TV works, again, not officially part of our checkout like the TV and stereos, but I tried it, it works. So that's one thing you can scratch off your list, because if it works now, it's going to work when you come look at it. I turn on all the lights, they work. Again, not part of our checkout, but it's something I do for my viewers and anybody that watches one of my videos. Well, I guess that's about it, really. Then, of course, I walk around and show you the bays and stuff like that. So, then this is really, guys, I shouldn't have to tell you this. Anybody buying a used RV or a new RV should do this automatically anyway. It's common sense. But everyone wanting to buy an RV from here or from another dealer or for sale by owner needs to do this anyway. But you need to come look at the RV first and foremost. Make sure that it suits your needs. Because looking at it, pictures and video is all fine and dandy. It's great. But until you actually step foot in it and walk around it and see the actual condition of it, see the actual size of it, like how does it feel to sit on the couch? Is it comfortable? The chairs, lay in the bed. Well, once I get a mattress on, it might be a little uncomfortable right now, but you know what I mean. And open up the drawers and cabinets. Picture your stuff in here. Picture yourself, your spouse, your kids, or whoever's going with you. Your pets, or whoever's going with you. And like I said, everybody, like I say in all my other videos, guys, everybody's got different standards about how nice a 2019 model used fifth wheel should be in to be nice enough for themselves and or their family. And I give this thing the highest grade that I can give a used camper, and that's 9.5 out of 10. I'll never give anything a 10 out of 10, because to me, there's no such thing as the perfect used RV. There's no such thing as a perfect new RV either, so I don't even give a new RV a 10 out of 10. If man made it, there's imperfection somewhere. If you look long enough and knew, if they made perfect new RVs, why do they come with warranties? Because those warranties are so when you find out the factory defects on a new one, you can take it back to the dealership and get the service department to fix all of them. Problem is, the average new RV, the first year you own it under the factory warranty, it's going to sit at the new dealer's dealership service department for about 3 months, the first 12 months you own it. So that's 3 months you're making payments on something you can't even use, because sitting at the dealer's service department waiting on parts, waiting on warranty authorization. Well, who that really sucks for, those are the people who bought new RVs that are living in it. That's 3 months out of the first 12 months they're having to pay for a hotel room or stay with family members or friends. Stuff that the factory never should have let leave the factory to begin with the problems are getting fixed, or the dealer should have caught are getting fixed. But anyway, that's why I'm a big fan of used RVs, guys, because something like this is still new enough. It's got all the latest and greatest features I guess everybody wants, but it's been used enough that more than likely all the kinks are worked out. So you need to come look at the RV for yourself, make sure it's the right fit for you and your family. Do your own inspection if you feel like it. We'll run shore power to it, turn everything on. You know, we cover the major systems that I mentioned earlier. Anything else is sold as is, where is. In other words, if it works, it works. If it doesn't work, it does not work. It's sold with those systems not working if it's not part of the major systems checkout. And our logic behind that is we handle the stuff, we check the stuff that can ruin your trip. You know, if a slide out doesn't work, that can ruin your trip. If you've got a plumbing leak, that can definitely ruin your trip. Or an air conditioner not working, that can ruin your trip. Now, if you get in this thing, and let's just say, for an example, that this light right there quit working, I promise you that's not going to ruin your trip. Or you have a drawer that's off track, that's not going to ruin your trip. Or your TV or stereo goes out, that's not going to ruin your trip. We leave that Mickey Mouse stuff to you. That's how we keep our prices low. We just handle the major stuff. Anyway, sorry, I should turn my phone on mute. But what I'm getting at, guys, is you need to come look at the RV for yourself, do your own inspection. And I highly recommend this personally on any RV you buy, new, used, dealer, for sale by owner. Doesn't matter the brand, the type, the make, the model, because any RV you buy, you're going to work on. I don't care what it is, new, used, or anything else, or how much you spend on it. That's just the nature of owning one of these guys. Anybody tells you different, they're lying to you. That's just the nature of it. Hire a third-party RV inspector. We highly recommend and encourage them here. It's for your peace of mind, our transparency. We want you to know what you're getting into before you get into it. And a few $100, and you've got peace of mind. Now, does everybody do that? No. Do I wish they would? Yes. That's funny for a dealer to say that. I know it. I'm probably the only dealer in the country that says that. But, guys, technically I'm RV's a Big Bow more than Parkway RV Center. This is my own independent thing, but I do my own independent thing. But I watch out for y'all. I want you to know what you're getting into. And I love RVs, guys. I'm not like these other yodels on YouTube that review RVs that never spent the night in one. I am an avid RVer, have been for 25 plus years. I've owned several RVs. I own one now. Actually, I own two now. Technically three, but one's a project that I just put off to the side that I'll eventually get to one of these days or years. But I love RVing. I love the people I meet. I love the places I go when I get to go, which isn't very often. But, and guys, and I try to watch out for y'all. You know, not many people, and here's a secret, guys. A secret I'm going to tell you that only somebody that works in the RV industry can tell you. Most people in the RV industry that works at dealerships are not RVers. Very few owners of RV dealerships are actual RV owners themselves. That's true, guys. Most people that own RV dealerships sees a way to make money. My family's third generation owners of this dealership. We've been RVers ever since day one. And I mean, Dad has a huge antique RV collection. He loves collecting, and I go to over there and we work on them, and you know, and I love working on them too, guys. I mean, you know, I grew up, you know, I started coming around the camper sales. That's what we used to call it back then when I was 11, 12 years old. And I started out coming in after school when I was still in middle school. And back then, campers all had metal roofs, and the Turnabond ceiling tape was really popular. It goes across the seams on the metal roofs to keep them from leaking. And that's the first thing I learned to do on a camper is my grandfather taught me how to clean it off, put the prep stuff down, and apply that stuff, because we used to put that stuff on like crazy on metal roofs. And I remember as a kid, of course, you know, now you get thrown in jail for child labor for that, but back then that was the 80s, so You know, you get away with a lot more stuff back then. I used to come in after work for a couple hours and put that stuff on customers' units, and that stuff lasted for, you know, for pretty much for life once you put it on there right. And that's how I got started in it, and been doing it ever since. So, and guys, that's just the way I am, and I practice what I preach. I love it, and my family loves it, and that's what makes me different than everybody else. So, in fact, I'm gonna, as a matter of fact, speaking of that, so I don't have to put an awning on. This wind's picking up. I'm gonna go ahead and slide this awning in. But guys, I really appreciate if you subscribe to my channel. I try to give you good advice. You know, keep in mind these prices that we advertise are haggle-free firm, but we don't have fees. We don't have upsells. You go to other RV dealerships, they're going to start adding all these dock fees, prep fees, and all this nonsense. That, hang on one second. Sorry about that, folks. Had some visitors, but what I was getting at, especially for you first-time RV shoppers, is you go to dealership and they start talking about these fees, and like dock fees, prep fees, and get ready fees, and destination fees, and all that stuff. All that stuff's dealer profit. Nothing but dealer profit. It's a scam. So they can advertise a lower price to get you in the door, and then make up for that lower price by charging you anywhere from a few $100s to a couple $1,000s or more in fees, which is just, might as well just ask a higher price to begin with. But hey, it's to get you the door, because everybody always looks at the advertised price, and there is a huge difference between an advertised price and out the door price. And also, guys, they have what's called upsells. And upsells is where you come in, you make a deal, bring you in the business office, sign the paperwork with the finance manager. Finance manager starts pushing all these different products on you, like gap insurance, tire and wheel packages, extended warranties, vacation packages, and no telling what else. All that stuff's marked up 4 or 5 times dealer cost. None of that stuff is dealership exclusive items. Most of that, if not all of it, is not worth the paper it's written on. That's right, guys. None of that stuff. You buy an extended warranty, guess what? You're just blowing your money. Chances are, what you're spending 3 or 4 grand on a warranty, chances are you're not going to need 3 or 4 grand of repairs in whatever, how long the warranty period lasts. And the bad thing is if you did have to have a major repair, very slim chance the warranty company is going to pay you anything toward that repair. You're going to pay it out of pocket anyway, so what'd you pay that warranty for? You paid that warranty to give that dealership extra profit, because they buy those warranties for $400 or $500 wholesale. They turn around and sell them to you for $2,500, $3 grand, or whatever they charge you. Bad thing is, most of y'all that buy that stuff have no idea what you paid for it, because they sell it to you on payment instead of how much they're actually charging you for it. And that's how they get you, guys. You see, they encourage everybody that comes in there to finance. They'll offer fake rebates. They'll tell you, oh, that advertised price included a $2,000 rebate if you go through one of our lenders. So that there tells me, so you're saying that if I bring cash money, or I go to my bank for a loan, I'm gonna pay. You're gonna penalize me for doing that instead of going through your lenders. Well, if somebody told me that, I'm gonna find another dealer. Because if a dealership charges me more to bring my own money, then I'm gonna find a different dealer. That's not right, guys. That's playing games. I know they're taking me for a ride, and the reason they do that is because, guys, dealerships make a ton of money on financing. They don't want cash money, because that's thousands of dollars in profit they potentially lose. Because when you finance to a dealership, they're not charging you the interest rate that the bank is actually approving you for. The bank is approving you for a certain rate. We'll just say for an example, just for the sake of example, just an estimated rate. Let's just say 6.5%, 7%. But they're not telling you that. They're not telling you what the actual rate is. They're telling you what they want to mark it up to. So they got you done at 6.5. They're telling you, well, they got you approved. 8.5% interest. Sign right here, here, and here. Oh, by the way, let me tell you about some of these products. For another $22 a month, you have an extended warranty. For $10 more on top of that, you can have this tire and wheel packages and roadside assistance. For $8 more a month than that, we'll put this stuff on, the Cylon treatment stuff that will protect your interior and exterior from fading, which it doesn't. Oh, it comes with a warranty. Yeah, that warranty, if you read the fine print, just means if your camper starts fading with that stuff on it, they'll just spray more of that stuff that didn't protect it to begin with. That's the warranty. They're not going to repaint your camper. Nobody's going to do that. I've seen it all, guys, in my 25 years. But they're telling you these payment amounts, but not telling you how much it's costing you, the dollar amount. So let's just use this one for example, $39.9. Let's just say you go in there and this was advertised same price as theirs, same year, make, and model, all that stuff. They charge the fees, they charge the upsells, and you got suckered into the whole financing it and all that stuff. Well, you got all those extra services, and you get the camper, and you got a good payment. You didn't realize you probably financed it 15, 20 years, which you don't need on something like this. Before you know it, so you got curious, so you called the bank, see what you owed on it. That $40,000 fifth wheel that you thought you paid for, that $40,000 you thought you paid for it, you owe 55 to 60 grand on it. What do you do in that situation? There's nothing you can do. When you owe that much over what it was advertised for and what it's worth, you can't sell it because nobody's going to pay that much for it. So, the only way you can get rid of one when you're that much upside down in it, unless you got 15, 20 grand cash sitting in the bank somewhere that you can withdraw and add it to the payoff just to pay it off, just to get out from under it. That's the only way you can do it. You can't trade it because you owe too much on it. Trade it most of the time. So, like I was saying, guys, that's how they get people every day. You won't believe how many people, and you seriously will not believe how many people own RVs now that they don't want because they're stuck in it, because of what rip-off world and these big corporate dealers have done to them. I see one probably about once a week on average. Has no idea what they owe on it. All they know is what their monthly payment is, because that's what because that dealership got it in their head. That's what they need to worry about instead of how much they're financing. And somebody made a heck of a commission on that deal. Let me tell you what. They made a heck of a commission. You see, here, guys, at Parkway RV Center, we believe in treating people right. And we want to sell you something that you can use for a couple of years, turn around, trade it back in, and not be upside down in. And be able to get rid of it in a couple of years, sell it yourself or trade it back in, and not be buried in it. We want you to come back. In other words, we want you to come back and do business with us again. We want you to send your friends and family to us to buy their RVs. These big dealers, they don't care if they ever see you again. All they care about is maximizing profits while you're there. They don't care about repeat business. They're too big to fail, right? That's their philosophy anyway. We're a family-owned mom and pop independent dealer. We try to treat people right because what goes around comes around. And our prices versus them, when they add all those fees, all those upsells, you come here, it's $39.9 with a major systems inspection plus applicable sales tax. That's it. No plus. $39.9 plus applicable sales tax. You can bring your own money. You can go through one of our lenders. You can go to your bank, get a loan. We don't care. We don't charge extra for if you bring cash. The only thing, guys, for your own safety, we ask that you don't travel with that much currency. This is 2022. We do not require you to bring $100 bills, dead presidents, to buy a camper. However, we're not going to turn it down if you do bring it. But you can bring a cashier's check, guys. You can set up a wire transfer. As long as we can verify both of them, either one of them, you're absolutely fine. You don't have to travel with large amounts of currency. 2022. If anybody insists on taking cash and cash only, I would not do business with that person because something's fishy. 30, 40 years ago, yes, that was the way everybody did business, but those days are long gone. There's nothing wrong with paying it that way, but there's no reason to take that risk of getting robbed or mugged or anything like that. It's just too dangerous. Yeah, I go traveling. I may have, $300 or $400 in my wallet just for, you never know, but I'm not going to carry $40,000 cash on me to travel somewhere. I think that's That's the most ludicrous thing I've ever heard in my life. But, and you don't have to here. I mean, I wouldn't even, I mean, we buy RVs from individuals all over the country. We never carry cash. But, and dealers too. So, I mean, but anyway, guys, but like I said, first-time shoppers, stay away, especially first-time shoppers, stay away from the big dealers, because all you're going to do is to take them for a ride that will take you years, maybe even a decade or longer to get over. Because, you know, nobody's going to keep these, is going to buy one of these and keep it forever. You know, you're going to buy this thing and, you know, a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years down the road, you're going to want something different. Your needs are going to change. You're going to a different type of RV, or even get out of RVing. And you want that ability to be able to do that. If you go to these other dealerships, you probably won't be able to do that. Not for several years. And you're going to be like thousands of other people on the road today with an RV sitting at their home that collecting dust. They don't even want anymore. They can't even stand to look at because it reminds them of how bad they got screwed. And they can't do anything about it because they owe too much on it, and they don't have the money and savings to pay it down to where they can sell it or trade it to get out from under it. And I see it happen so many times, guys, so many times. And I would love, and I'm done my best to try to get somebody to let me interview them in that situation, but it's really hard to ask somebody that when they find out how bad they really are upside down in, because they're in shock. And so obviously I can't do that, but you know, if I ever get the opportunity to, I will. And what that dealership did to them and how they did that to them, but like I said, that's just I can't really ask somebody to do that when they find out that they owe $25,000 more than their camper's worth, and they had no idea that they owed that much or even financed that much on it. And yes, guys, it can happen to you very easily. These guys are slick. They're trained to do this. Believe me, numbers changing, and I'm saying this very, very carefully because I know a dealer a couple years ago, a big dealer, got in trouble for this, but this is more inside information about the RV industry, guys, that I know for a fact happens at a lot of other dealerships. Numbers changing on paperwork after the paperwork is signed by the customer is it's not an uncommon practice, and I'm just going to leave it at that. So if you buy from any dealership, even us, guys, pop out your cell phone, and as you sign the paperwork, snap a picture of it. Sign something else, snap a picture of it. Because if something comes up, you've got the exact picture of what you signed. Because dealers, yeah, they'll usually give you a copy of your paperwork, but they won't give you a copy of all your paperwork, just the basic stuff, like the bill of sale, things like that. So I'm just giving you advice, guys. Have your own pictures. Anyway, well, and I try to tell y'all some good ideas, and that should be true of any major purchase you buy. Not just an RV, but a car, a boat, motorcycle, a house. At least a house is more federally regulated as far as mortgages and stuff like that than RV loans are. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, guys. Appreciate it. Let me know in the comments what you think about this fifth wheel. I think it's nice. It's clean. It's I mean, I can't stress to you enough as far as a used fifth wheel is concerned how nice this one is. If you're interested in it, give us a call at 706-965-7929 before coming down to make sure it's available during business hours. Open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturday, 9 to 5. Haven't seen that show in years. The A-Team. I usually don't shoot a video this late, so I don't have the TV on this late, so I don't see it on there. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it, guys. And hit that subscribe button. And good talking to you. And stay tuned with some more videos. I may try to break stride a little bit, do a motorhome tomorrow, if it's not pouring down rain. But thanks again, and we got a great selection of fifth wheels. I just got a couple destination trailers in, used ones that are really nice that I'll try to get down either this week or next week and film. I got a lot of stuff not on the website, parkwayrvcenter.com, so make sure if you don't see what you're looking for on there, just give one of my salespeople a quick call. Say, hey, I don't see what I'm looking for on the website, but this is what I'm looking for, and do you have it? And they can let you know if we have it or if it's coming in. If they don't have it, we'll contact you when it comes in. We're not these big corporate dealers that send you multiple marketing emails and phone calls and texts trying to get your business, guys. We don't do that. We don't have to. We sell 500-600 used RVs a year. If we call you, if one of my salespeople calls, it's because we've got the unit that you're looking for here. And we can send you pictures, give you a chance to buy it before I post it online, because I've got 35,000 plus subscribers. When these things go online, thousands of people see it. Chances are you won't be the only interested party looking at it. And chances are you'll be fighting several other people to buy it. And chances are you probably won't get it unless you're ready to buy and your money's in hand when that video hits. So that's always best to call, talk to one of the salespeople, leave your information. And I know everybody's into texting and emailing and all this stuff, and all that stuff's great, but nothing beats a good old-fashioned phone call when you can't visit in person. That is, especially here where we're so busy that my salespeople can pass information back and forth between customer and salesperson in a 5 to 10 minute phone call so much more efficiently than 2 hours of messaging and emailing back and forth and texting. So keep that in mind. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Again, smash me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and look forward to seeing you here in beautiful Ringgold, Georgia.